It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. You look at this Eagle defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Chiefs very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And he's taken down. The Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to get it. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
Now here's Ross. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk to one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard. Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped.
At their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hurts.
Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
George Karlaftis
In there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Down to about the 32. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to it.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Second and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his pass incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try and run for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss, and that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running and Excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
And they've stopped them on the first 2 downs. Obviously, this is an important play coming up here. I think it's more so for the guys on defense, because if they stop them here, I think they've set the tone for the entire game, how difficult it's going to be to score on them.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Penny up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this 1st half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and goal from the 1. Swift No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run with Penny. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Chiefs 10, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott taking off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
Absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now back to throw. He'll get that one to Carter complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Hurts. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throwing partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He'll get this out wide to Scott. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And we'll still have time for one play before the half, as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 42.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This is Swift on the counter. And that one opened up for him well, as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Hurts sets up to throw it. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Swift going to try up the middle. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 40-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you said the same thing that we did, Brandon. As he ran up the field after making that play, he saw his quarterback seeking that one with a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Terrell Edmunds.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route.
Still on his feet. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
A great effort there. 71 yards.
And the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Any speed limits out there, and off he went. But there wasn't much room to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
They'll set up to throw.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And you see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Back to throw here. Zacchaeus here hauling it in.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 3.
They're going to look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. That could turn out to be a giant play charge. You're getting the offense trying to take the lead, but they're turning away on the INT.
I think that we might look back on this and say that was the play of the game.
Out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Pacheco.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because
Possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mahomes now to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll run with Pacheco. Well, an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
2nd and 10.
Now Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Edwards to land.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 20.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
This is Smith to the ground. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
2nd down and 8.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that a little last year instead of throwing the interception.
The The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Mahomes now on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. This, folks, is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of those overused phrases in football. He's a third blocking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6 coming up. Back to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Swift. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One more time with Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
This is 3rd and goal. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
Just a critical breakdown defensively turns this into a huge play. And now you've got to get up to the ball and get moving.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Ball resting on the 20. This is 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Mahomes.
And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Butker now to add the extra point. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
So overtime on the the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
On first down, Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 more there and another first down. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Burks not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy, but the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Philadelphia, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.